Welcome to From Fat to Thin, 24/7, Together We Win, or whatever the name of this channel is, I don't know. It's all an evolution, right? But today I want to talk a little bit about exercise. And, we all know that we need more of it. None of us get as much as we should. And how do we employ exercise into our lives when we have busy lives, right? And I'm just going to expose a little bit of my own chatter in my own head. When I think of exercise, I think of like dopes at the gym that are obsessed and all they talk about is their own body and their own exercise and their own food and their own diet and just do it and all that sort of stuff. And a lot of these people that do that, I can't help but wonder, like, what is the cost of them being at the gym all the time? And, you go out to eat with them and it's always a pain in the butt because they got to eat certain things and they're kind of like high maintenance people. So when I think of gym people or people that go to the gym or take care of their body, I tend to associate that with people that are high maintenance. I'm not saying this is real. Obviously it's not, because people, taking care of your body just means you take care of your body. But that's the junk that's in my head. And so I think, if I go to the gym a lot, I have to become a compulsive, self-centered weirdo in order to really honor that, or I'm going to use up all my time doing it. And truth be told, I live in Seal Beach, California, and there's a joke in California, which is if you're not hot, they don't renew your license. And it's kind of true in a way, right? Like, especially in Orange County where I live. I mean, there's a lot of people who are generally better shape, invest more heavily into their appearance than they would in other places in the US. That's no secret, obviously. So maybe part of my relationship with people that are in really good shape is that I think of them as being shallow. And that isn't necessarily the case. It doesn't have to be the case. Obviously, that's like saying you have to be a jerk to be wealthy. No, you can be a jerk and be poor. You can be wealthy and you can be awesome. You can be drop dead gorgeous and you can be awesome, and you can be an ugly jerk. So there's no relationship. But in my head, I have all kinds of relationships like that. So I'm thinking that part of the reason why I allow myself to look at people in that way is because, one, it gives me an excuse to not do it, right? If I get to relate to other people who are healthy and fit and go to the gym a lot as jerks, then I get to be like above them. I get to be more altruistic by not being that way. Because exercise in moderation is good, too much is vanity, right? Oh, heaven forbid somebody would invest heavily into their own appearance or into their own well-being, right? I mean, people invest heavily into their dogs, or they invest heavily into their cars, or invest heavily into, games or whatever, football or pizza or whatever. Heaven forbid somebody would invest heavily into their own health and well-being, right? And so that's just some junk that I have in my head that just conveniently overlays over me being lazy and me not allowing myself to invest the time into having the quality of life that I'm committed to having now. So that's part of the reason why I'm shooting these videos while I'm walking, because it's so easy to come up with excuses. I don't have time. I don't have time to exercise, and I don't have time to make videos. I don't have time for anything. I mean, okay, raise your hand if you have a lack of time. If you need more time, raise your hand. Of course, we all do, right? Because we're busy people, but there's a saying which is time expands to time allowed, meaning if you have 10 hours to complete a task, you'll do it in 10. If you have 1 hour, you'll do it in 1 hour, right? And so, for me, really what I'm realizing right now is that part of me that says exercise is for jerks and for selfish people and fitness bozos, that's just garbage. That's my own garbage. And I'm officially deleting that right now. Oh, but there's a lot of it there, This is, some of this is generational, some of these beliefs I've probably inherited. But I'm going to delete them, I'm going to let them go, and I'm going to allow myself to invest in some new thoughts and new ideas, which is that, to face our own physical weaknesses, or to face our own physical inequities, requires a commitment and a level of discipline that not everybody is up for embracing. And so, the people that have taken that on, I'm going to allow myself to, instead of looking at them as being self-centered Orange County jerks, I'm going to look at them as being people that have maybe made a little commitment to having more in their life and taking on maybe some of the struggles. Now, look, of course, there are some people that they look good for purely vanity reasons. Listen, I want to look good, and 95% of that is in vanity, maybe 99% is vanity reasons, right? But I'm just gonna retool that psychology a little bit. So look at this, look at what I'm looking at right here. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? Seal Beach isn't a bad place to live, I gotta tell you. Out there on the pier, walking around, people are starting to wake up. A nice way to start the day. Go for a walk, look at the world. So maybe I gotta take one more thing in, which is just have a little bit of gratitude, right? Like in all of my discomfort and pain as it relates to not being in the physical shape that I wanna be, I have to understand, number one, the reason why I'm in this physical shape is because I live in a country that provides me with the resources to get fat. Like, wow, these are my problems. Look at this. A gaggle of running women behind me. Women got it all worked out. They all get together and run. Dudes, we don't do that. Dudes don't do stuff like that. Only women do that. Women get together and go for a walk and talk. Men don't. We hide and we're our own pain. We're willing to die for our country alone. Not women. Oh no, they're just walking around. And then my grandson said this, and he's dating this girl, and I don't like her because she smokes pot and this and that. And the other girl she was with, was nice, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, I digest. To be grateful, to allow myself to be grateful for the fact that one, I've gotten to live in a country where I have so many resources available to me that my biggest problem is that I've indulged in too much of what was made available to me for free. I'll go like this to get a little better view here. Maybe I'll give you a little bit of view of the what I've got going on here. Okay, so, and number two, be grateful that I'm in a position that I can change this, right? I can overcome my eating issues and my fat and my diet. I can do this. And I live in a first world country and I have first world problems. And I'm very fortunate to get to be in this place and at this time in history where, but among my most front and center kind of challenges are weight loss. And as I walk around here in Seal Beach next to the ocean, whining about my first world problems, I need to remember that not everybody gets to have problems quite like this. And not everybody gets to make a YouTube channel like this. Not everybody gets to share their thoughts and the feelings with the world this way. Not everybody gets to examine themselves in the same way that I get to. Not everybody has the resources to do that. So I'm very thankful for that. Write a letter of gratitude to some of the people in your life, people that have done good things for you. Tell them how they have impacted you and let them know, or give them a call and just say, just want to say thank you for being in my life. And also to tell them to click on the like and the subscribe button as well, because it would really mean a lot to me. Okay? Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.